Hey guys, your boy Nephilim here, and today is the first part of Castlevania Symphony of the Night walkthrough. Let's go. Hey guys, I hope you're excited for this, because I've been excited to do this walkthrough and this Let's Play. I'm going to attempt to show you as many secrets as I can remember and that I know. Also, I'm going to try to do this without looking anything up. So if you guys see that I miss anything, or there's another way to do something or anything like that, just leave it in the comments below, and I'll come back to it, and I'll get the secret, or I'll go through the breakable wall, or I'll take no damage, or what have you, whatever it is that I missed. But right now I'm creating the save file, and here we go. This actually takes place in the end of Rondo of Blood, which ironically is the first intro to Symphony of the Night. What I do is I go over here and I pick up the Holy Cross, which is an entirely OP weapon, by the way. There's a little secret button up here that I get to drop down the staircase. Lets me go up here and pick up some extra hearts that I'll use for the Holy Cross. And if you clear the screen and come back, everything respawns back in. I was gonna sit here and cheese this for a minute and get a bunch of hearts, but I really didn't feel that was necessary. There's also, if you go up to the next level, there's a bunch of items up there, but right now, even if you do get them, it doesn't make a difference because you don't start with anything. And here we go with the cutscene. I'll let you guys enjoy.
It was not by my hand that I'm once again given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute.
Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Perhaps the same could be said of all religions.
Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
Now this is probably one of my favorite dialogues right here. What Dracula says in any game that I've ever played. And so starts the boss fight. Now if you do this and take no damage, when you start the game as Alucard, you'll actually have increased stats. If you take it without losing all of your HP on the first go around, you start with some increased stats, but not as good as it would have been if you take no damage to the entire fight. And as you can see here, I keep missing these like well-placed attacks on Dracula. But I'm gonna mess up here in just a second, and it kind of irritated me because I was trying to go for the no damage just because I wanted the extra stats, but it's not that big of a deal right now. If you guys want to see me do this fight with no damage, leave it in the comments below, and I will come back and I will do this until I get no damage. Right there. And it's all downhill from in there. And as you can see, he's got 2 health bars up in the right hand corner. Kind of reminded me a little bit of Mega Man there for a minute. But what it is this is a 2-stage boss fight. You'll go through this first phase, and then he transforms into this big creature, and that's the second health bar. And it's pretty simple. This is all he does the first part of the fight, is he just teleports around the room, shoots the hellfire blasts, just both variants, both the regular 3-shot like that, and then he'll do the big black void. I think this. No, he may not do it again before I enter the second stage of the boss fight. All right, here he goes with his transformation. The background changes, and this one here is pretty simple too. He jumps around like that, and he'll turn and he shoots fireballs at you. Like you see right there, he's shooting fireballs, and that's pretty much the basis to this fight. That's really all there is to it. I mean, if you get the Holy Cross and get 50-ish hearts, I mean, the second stage of this fight is just ridiculously easy. I'm not going to read all this out to you guys. If you want, you can read it. If you need to, pause it in places and read it. But it just gives you a little bit of lore, what happens between Rondo's encounter with Dracula that you just played through, and what happens to the start of the actual Castlevania Symphony of the Night, where you play as Alucard, who is Dracula's son. And he is half vampire, half human. And he has suppressed all of his vampiric powers and gone into a deep slumber. Well, when all this comes around, he awakens. And what he feels he has to do is he has to destroy Dracula, who is the cause of all evil, basically. But I do want to know what you guys want to see. Do you want to see just the first castle run through and the generic ending? Do you want to see me do the secret ending and have the inverted castle? Or what would you like to see me do? Leave any ideas in the comments below, guys. And I will do my best to accommodate. Awesome backdrop. Castlevania in the moon shadow. Alright, now this is the opening scene to the character that you're actually going to play as the rest of the game. This is Alucard. And yes, for those of you who are just figuring it out, Alucard is Dracula backwards. The quickest way to get around the map is to do this little back step that he does. And when you start out, you're entirely OP. You have all of Alucard's family. You've got his family sword, his family shield, Alucard's cloak, and I think the dragon helm, which basically causes fear from certain enemies. Got that level up there. Be useful in the long run. There's also a Metroidvania style. This is what started the genre. It's got like some RPG elements. As you progress through the game, defeat enemies, you'll gain level ups, which increase your stats. You'll find different equipable items you can use, different offhand items that you can, one-use items or consumables. The reason I'm not getting any of these candles in the background is because I don't have the item, so nothing drops out of them just yet. As you can see, me hitting them, nothing comes out. But there's a little secret hidden turkey there. And this is the first time you meet death.
Alucard, what is your business here?
I've come to put an end to this.
Still befriending mortals. I'll not ask you to return to our side, but I demand you cease your attack.
I will not.
You shall regret those words. We will meet again. What?
Sorry guys, I'm going to try as much as possible not to talk over some of the dialogue. But as you can see, Death stripped you of all your equipment you start with. His cape turned tan instead of red. And I also have no weapon. So I have to punch things for now. And taking damage from skeletons like a dingus. And first weapon of the game, short sword. Not great, but better than nothing. The next enemy you're going to encounter is a red skeleton. And to this day, I can't figure out why he drops this red rust, because it's really useless. And you get the Cube of Zoe, which causes items to drop. But like I was saying, the Cube of Zoe causes items to drop out of the different candles and different breakables in the background that you can smash for anything from hearts to coinage to items. See here, a little taking more damage, because I run into a spike like a tard baby. And then I got the hide Karis, which is the first piece of armor you get. And at this point in time, any bit of armor is better than nothing, because we have nothing. So I'll go through here, take out this little skeleton. These red skeletons right here, the lore behind them is they're blood soaked, and nothing you do, to my knowledge, can actually destroy them. You can hit them, they'll break apart for a few seconds, and then they'll start to shake and basically put themselves back together. I mean, they're not really hard to avoid, and I mean, you can always just hit them, knock them to a little pile of bones, and run on by them. Got the first special weapon right there, which is daggers, which is a pretty decent starting weapon, just because it only uses one heart to use. And I mean, if you've got a bunch of hearts in that tank up there, and you just start just spamming the hell out of the daggers. Here I am taking ridiculous amounts of damage from enemies that I shouldn't even deal with. Let's go check out what's up here, guys. Use this box on these spikes to get you a little step up. More hearts. And hearts is basically your ammunition for your special weapons, which is up there in that little glass orb that kind of shines every once in a while. As you can see, it's the daggers. And get the first cape of the game, cloth cape. Let's go ahead and equip that. As you can see, it kind of changed the color of his cape just a little bit. It's a darker brown tan color now. Just gonna go ahead and avoid these guys and the spikes. Let's take out these axe armors, which can be a pain in the ass if you're not careful. Like I said, I timed that one pretty well. Did not time that one well at all. Wait for the next one. Hop up. Destroyed. Every now and then they'll drop the axes that you can get as the special weapon, which instead of going in a straight line when you use it, you kind of like lob them up in the air and they'll fall down and through the map. So if you're above enemies, or if enemies are above you, you can throw it up and hit them, or you can throw it up and have it fall down and hit them as well. Hit that save point. Let's get that HP back up to where it needs to be. Get away from these guys. $50 there, which will be used later on. There's an axe in that top candle right there, but now we have finally entered the first boss room. I hope you guys are ready. Their attack patterns are pretty simple. So you hit him once, he'll jump up, and he'll carry him and drop him down. Now you can cheese this. If you hit him before the other one lands or starts doing that right there, you can actually just cause like this loop, which you'll see here in just a second. Taking damage like a dingus. Shield comes in handy, guys. Now the shield only blocks projectiles. It will not block physical attacks. And this here's where I just start spamming this guy right here and keep the other one in the air, so less chance of taking more damage than needed. And yeah, you can just constantly do this until the end. The first one is killed. Now here in a second, he's going to drop his spear, and he's going to kind of change stances a little bit, but it's not going to affect this at all. See, there goes his spear. And this is what he does now. He like kind of elongates himself, making the area of the drop a little bit wider. So you just kind of got to watch your toes a little bit more. But still same concept. You just cheese this guy. Cheese this guy. First one's down. Took that fireball like a goofball. And if you get up on him and crouch down, his fireballs will not hit you when they're coming straight over top of you. Watch. Just like that. And you can sit here and do this all day. And easy boss fight. And you actually get a max life up container. Easy health upgrade right there, guys. Follow through this door. You'll encounter 2 of these skeleton knights right here, right in the front. Sometimes they'll drop another short sword for you, which you really can't sell or get rid of later on in the game, so you just have 2 of them. So if for whatever reason, you can just equip 2. And this here is where I'm trying to use the spell Dark Metamorphosis, which causes Alucard to replenish health when he causes enemies to shed blood. And ironically, the enemy right here is called a bloody zombie. So you can get 8 hit points back per hit. But I just couldn't get it to work for me. So just went on up here. Let's hit this save point. Well, guys, that's it for this first episode. Hope you enjoy. Come back soon. I'll have the second episode ready up to go for you guys. Thank you. You all have a wonderful day.